If you're an athlete of any age for any sport, you have to hear this message today about sports injuries. Hi, I'm Dr. Jim Hoven of Ramos Law and your host of Health Matters. Today, it's all about sports, it's all about you, it's all about being healthy. Next. Here at Ramos Law, we're used to dealing with people who have been in injuries, whether it be at work or in a car accident or on the ski slopes. We see it every day. And as a chiropractor for the last 30 years, I know that one of the biggest things we love to do is get involved in sports. Well, you know what? If you get involved in a sports injury, it's the same thing, traumatically speaking, as what happens to the body in a car accident. So I wanted to bring one of these videos into our Health Matters series so that for all of you that are athletes or that have athletes as friends or families, people you care about, that you can give them information about how to watch for and take care of basic sports injuries. So now first, what are sports injuries? Well, they're traumatic-based injuries that would happen in just the everyday part of competing as an athlete. It might be in the warm-up phase, it could be in the activity phase, it could even be in the cool-down phase, but there's some basic types of sports injuries, and we've done videos on lots of these types of injuries before, so I'm gonna kind of bring them together today. So the first type of injury we have is a muscle strain or a ligament sprain. A muscle strain is where the muscle goes too far beyond its capabilities and that kind of tweaks it or makes the fibers get stretched. Now, that can be anywhere from just a minor strain to a full tear, a grade 3. And we want to watch for that because when you're going through your sport, obviously, in your warm-up period, we got to warm up slow, we got to warm up easy so that those muscles gradually get ready to perform maximum activity in your event. That's how we prevent muscle strains is through good warm-up. Now, if you start to get a muscle strain, what you're going to feel is it's going to feel like a little bit of tweak, like you're about to pull something. Pay very close attention because if you start feeling that and then you give an explosive motion, that's what's going to create that muscle strain that gets into a worse category, one of the category 2 or even 3 levels. The next injury that we would talk about would be a sprain, and this is things that happen to joints. So your ankles, we all know what a sprained ankle is. You roll it, so to speak, all of a sudden we get swelling and we get discoloration and heat and this kind of stuff. So sprain is the next type of injury. We want to be careful about sprains in how we manage them if they happen. But again, today is more about to prevent sprains. To prevent sprains, it goes right in with to prevent strains, get warmed up well. By getting warmed up well, you're telling the nervous system what's going on. When you go straight to explosion from the bench, so to speak, when you're cold, that nervous system hasn't had a chance to adapt and acclimate to all the things going on around it, and it can lead you to sprains. Also, if you have a history of sprains, make sure that you're taking the appropriate steps by either taping that joint so that it gives it more support, or by bracing the joint. Both of those things help sprains because once you get a sprain, it's like a plastic baggie. It opens up and it doesn't come back. Rubber bands stretch and come back. Plastic baggies stretch and they don't have much elasticity. So if you've sprained a joint, it's important that you really be careful and warm it up a lot. Take the right time before competing again so that you don't keep re-spraining that joint and have a chronic problem. So those are two of the big injuries that we want to watch out for. Another one, traumatically based injury, really important for any athlete, concussion. If you've had any kind of head injury from bouncing your head off of another player or off the ground or heading a soccer ball multiple times and you start noticing these symptoms such as headaches, dizziness, loss of focus, agitation or irritation, all those could be signs of head injury, and that is nothing to mess around with because the more that you get a head injury symptom repeated, the more damage is occurring inside your brain, and we do not want that. So if you have any symptoms of that type because of your head getting either A, whipped around in an instant, you could fall, or you're playing volleyball, you dive in the sand and it jams your neck and your head stops really fast, but then you start getting this headache and this weird symptoms, that could literally be a small, mild traumatic brain injury. So they come in all shapes and sizes. So between sprains, strains, and mild head injuries, those are the top 3 things that I would tell you just want to watch out for. Now, of course, if you have questions on any of these things, please let me know. You can email me directly, jim@ramoslaw.com, or you can even call our office if you'd like, 303-733-6353. If this has been helpful, please pass it along. If you have a question, let me know. And until we talk next, enjoy, be safe, and be active. Because you know what? Your health matters.